Hello, everybody. Today, welcome to the Second Innings Chronicles podcast. And today, I have with me a dear friend of mine, Pujaa Walia. She is the founder, director, and chief designer at Home and Heart Interior Design Studio. And since the time I have known her as an entrepreneur. And although she is a graduate in economic and maths, so today we'll be exploring that journey of how these transitions have happened in her life. And welcome, Pooja.
Hi, Kavita. So nice to see you and connect with you. Thank you for
Yes,
inviting
same
me
here.
here.
The pleasure is all mine. And I have known you for the past 12 years, okay? And
Absolutely.
and I have seen you. I have seen you work two or three businesses almost at the same time as an entrepreneur. So could you
Yes.
just think about your journey and what was your career trajectory like? Could you share that?
So going back in the past, Kavita, I want to start when I was young and I dreamt of making it big but I belong to a family where my father was a government employee. We did not have a lot of resources to go to, high tech institutes and uh, give exams for IIT, JEE, or, be a doctor and all those stuffs. So we were coming from somewhere where definitely education was very, very important. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, it was also the fact that, yes, financially, we had to see what are our options. So
Mm-hmm.
I graduated in economics, maths, and English
Mm-hmm.
from Dehradun, and
Okay.
that's in my first year of college. And something sparked in me that I need to be self dependent. That time, more than a career, it was very important to be on your feet and offload the burden from my father.
Hmm.
So during my first year of college, uh, I picked up a part-time job, and
Mm-hmm.
that was selling non-stick utensils.
Wow.
And
Nice.
at that time, it was a big thing, and
Yeah.
I had to be a salesperson. I had no knowledge about anything, how sales happen and everything. But all I remember, our boss gave us a small briefing and said, just go in the field and do, like, you have to just sell. And I feel God was very gracious, and I felt gifted when I was selling those products. I don't know. I learned nothing. All I knew, I had to sell it. I had to be empathetic. And I happened to be, just to cut the story short, I happened to be one of the best performers, the best
Wow.
salesperson. And my boss was really, really impressed. But at the same time, my father was very upset that, no, this is not what you need to be doing. You need to focus on your studies. So somehow I came to my third year, and again the same worm of being on your feet and not asking money from your parents, kind of uh, eating me up. So I happened to get a very good break with a mobile company, which was just, it was a pilot project with Escotel mobile company in
Mm-hmm.
Dehradun. And I again happened to be a salesperson, and because that's what you could do being an undergraduate. And, I was again left in the market. I could sell, I could be the best salesperson again.
Mm-hmm.
So the moment I graduated, I just took off to Delhi, and I knew I have to, make something out of it. Uh, I happened to work with Airtel post that, which was again a very good break. God has been kind. He gave me good companies. And after that, the corporate world was my thing. I kept working from there. I transitioned to uh, Time Warner, which was again a media distribution company, and
Mm-hmm.
gave me a lot of exposure. I had learned a lot. Again, meeting so many people, it obviously, grows you internally and you learn things. So my learning actually was not happening in an institute, but it was happening on the ground.
On the job. Yeah.
Yes. So I learned with the flow, looking at people, and so that's how my journey began. And I happened to, for good 10 years, I kept working in a corporate world, and obviously motherhood took, and I had two beautiful daughters. I kept working till my first daughter was born.
Mm-hmm.
But you being a mother, and every mother would know that when when you have children, how your mother instincts go, and it's so difficult, the work life balance and children and everything doesn't happen. And that's when I had quit. The
Mm-hmm.
reason was not quitting the job, but the reason was to be able to be there for my children. But the entrepreneur, or whatever you call, inside me was killing me. I wasn't happy just sitting at home, but I was happy taking care of my children. I was doing everything, but there was no sense of fulfillment. So
Mm-hmm.
that time I thought that I have to do something that I can distribute my time equally everywhere. So this
Mm-hmm.
thought is going on in in my mind. And suddenly I remember it was first birthday of my younger daughter, and I
Mm-hmm.
was looking for a birthday dress for her. And the design sense and everything was like really kicking in, but I could not find a dress for her. So I thought I need to get one made. So I went to a tailor, I sat with him, and I decided I will kind of do the stitching and everything sitting with him. And I happened to design a very beautiful dress. And everybody asked me, where did you buy this dress? We need the dress, we need this, we need that. And here it was, that this is what I should be doing now. Everybody is asking, and I think it's not there in the market, and I need to at least give it a try. I was fearless, to be very honest, because you have nothing to lose. So with very little money, I started with a friend of mine. I started a small home boutique for
Mm-hmm.
kids specifically.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it happened to, like, do well. That's when I
Yeah.
decided to study design. So during while I was doing this, I studied as well. Now it's easy to do online learning and everything. And that's when I shifted to a full-fledged boutique for women and real
Okay.
bodies basically.
Yes.
And it did really well, and I was really, really delighted that I could do something that brought a lot of confidence in me. And there was another phase that came into my life is when my elder daughter was growing up, and it was her 10th boards. And I was
Mm-hmm.
again feeling that I'm not able to give time to her now. So you understand, this is people are facing Corona situation. So I was facing this
Yeah,
Corona
yeah, yeah. It
situation
was
always.
during the COVID time. Yeah.
Yes. So, that's when I thought I need to pause. And I paused, and I paused, and Corona happened.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you are like, everything is like over for you, kind of a thing. And during Corona, somebody happened to visit my house. Since
Mm-hmm.
childhood, design was a thing for me. At home, it was my passion to decorate my house, stitch your own clothes. So that was happening. It was kind of a hobby, but I never thought it was like also my, I can make a career out of it, because there was no guidance at that time, to be very
Mm-hmm.
honest. And all these professions really took up later part of my life, and people knew about it. At my age, I did not know about it. So I had done like several houses, like my mother's house, my cousin's house. I've done my house. So everybody who came, who like, who's the interior designer, who's done this, who's done that. So somebody happened to visit me during Corona, and she was a good friend of mine, and she insisted that I don't know, I need to get my house done through you. You can charge me a professional fee, but you need to do so. I said, I've never done it. She said, you've never done it? You've done it. You've already done it. So you need to do it. And she was my lucky charm. So I started her house. And at the same time, I took up a diploma course in my interior designing.
Oh,
And
wow.
then there was no looking back again. Here I am sitting in front of you, running another business, very happy. And, uh, I mean, rest you know.
Okay. And okay, so the very refreshing part or the new part that I'm finding is that you jumped into the situation and then again you started learning more while you are doing the thing, right? So
Yes.
did you have any challenge as to any time anybody would ask you like how are you even doing this? You are not qualified or something like that.
Yes, the first time when I questioned that to my own self,
Mhm.
whenever I started, for example, when I started doing those dresses, I mean, I questioned, and that's when I thought I need to hone my skill. I need to take a professional degree in it. So that question, before somebody asked, I asked myself, and I proactively participated and indulged myself into these courses, so that you know it speaks for itself. So yes, that was challenge. I mean, that was a question that I asked myself always.
And what would give you the confidence to do that first step, like when you're doing that, like when you became a designer, it started with you doing it for yourself, and then you started it as a profession, right? So what gave you that confidence, or what was that pattern like? What was the mindset like?
The mindset was definitely I didn't want it to be a domesticated a person, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it's a personal choice, but that's not what I wanted to do. I am a people's
Mhm.
person, you know. I
Yeah.
need people, I need to talk to people, I need to be so before it was not financial at this stage. When I transitioned, it was more for myself, you know.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
didn't want like that. I'm like sitting at home just taking care of my daughters and showing them that you cannot handle all, you know.
Mhm.
So we are talking about cerebellar equilibrium. So this
Yeah.
is what I was trying to basically not showcase, but kind of trying to find an answer for. So that was the thing that instigated me that no, Pooja, you need to do it. There is nothing to lose. You're already sitting idle. You need to try. You need to fail, but you can also be successful. So so it was fearless, yes. And um, definitely I did not make a lot of big investments. uh, I will again say God has been very kind. These kind of work, I think, I mean, there's so many people out there and who are thinking, oh, we don't have finances to start a new thing. But I personally feel that you can make big out of small things. You
Mhm.
know, if you're good at cooking, I mean, thankfully we live in India and we can do all these things. You can, if you know how to cook, you can earn money. If you know how to teach, you can earn money. If you can speak, you can earn money. So it's not difficult to earn money. Yes, you need to put in your hard work. You need to be sincere. You need to find all the ways and reasons to do it right. And thankfully we're in a world where we are so, technology is such an aid to us that we can learn from the space of our own home. So
True.
I think if you're willing, and if you're willing to put in those extra effort, I think everybody can be successful. Yes, there will be failures, there will be steps where you'll be struggling. So everything is a struggle. People who are working, people who are doing their own business, yes, there will be challenges, but we need to overcome these.
Yeah. True. Thanks for saying that. And also, when you were starting out any of these things, did you ever say to yourself, "Ki Pooja, मैं like let me give it a try for some time. अगर नहीं हुआ तो I'll get back to my designing, or I'll get back to a job or something like that." Did that thought ever cross your mind?
See, job was never a option for me. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Reason being, I knew till my daughters,
Yeah,
I'm
grew up
able
and
to place them successfully somewhere, at least in their careers. And I think they need me, right? I'm a mother. It was a very conscious decision to have children. So I definitely wanted to do something where I can have work-life balance. So going back to job was not a thing, but yes, uh, I definitely thought that business is a better option. And in that business also, I thought something where I can decide my own work hours.
hmm.
So that's definitely, really played a very important part in me being successful in what I'm doing. So I knew when my children, you have been with me, that I never took any appointment after 3 o'clock. in the
Yeah.
afternoon,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So because I knew after 3 o'clock it's my children's time. So definitely, but yes, the thoughts of failing did come, but I fought them. And I thought I will try, I'll give myself at least 2 years, because that's what I've been reading, that you need to give something 2 years. I
Hmm.
mean, when you conceive, you need to give 9 months for a child to be born as a healthy
Yeah.
child. So yes, but I was willing to give that time. And the fear of loss is always there, but then you have to overcome.
And in this journey, what kind of challenges did you face?
The biggest challenge was obviously the people around you questioning you, in the sense that, as you said, oh, you have never done it. So that was the first challenge. And second challenge was a good staff, good workforce. Finding a good workforce was a thing. Thirdly was keeping yourself up to date on what you're doing, the
Hmm.
market trends, how
Hmm.
things are done. uh, are you lagging behind? Because when you start something so late, you need to be competing, not competing, but at least be at that level where everybody else is, to be at least to break even.
True.
So definitely that was one of the biggest challenge. Rest all,
Solvable.
money coming in, return of investment and all that happens. If you take care of these things, it happens. And
Yeah.
definitely networking is one thing.
Yeah.
When you're a people's person, you need to do networking. So so
Yeah.
definitely my
And
networking really helped.
yeah, and your, I guess your corporate skills, because of your previous experience, must have really helped you with this also, right?
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and whenever you were taking these decision, what gave you that certainty कि ये होगा मैं कर लूंगी? Yeah, did you ever have some limiting beliefs or think कि I don't know क्या होगा types?
um Actually, I always thought I will do it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a voice inside me, because I had done it when I started first.
Hmm.
I left my home. I was, my father, my parents were really worried, like that our daughter is going to a metro city for the first time all by herself. So during that time, I faced a lot of challenges. I learned a lot, and I learned how to face situation, handle situation, and not get, because I had no choice. When you have no choice, then you do it.
Yeah.
So I knew that I could do it. That's not an overconfidence, but that was my confidence that if I give my 100%, I will definitely do it. There is no way I'm going to fail. I may not make it to the top 10, top 5, but I'll be successful.
Mhm. And how did you define your success as? Did you have a thing in mind? Like, I would brand myself successful if this happened or that happened.
For me, success is each step. When I take the first step and I accomplish that, that is success to me. And every step then counts, becomes my success. So what I do becomes my success. Is not that what I will do will then I'll be
Become
successful.
okay, got
So
it.
everything I did was my success. So whether I was doing a small one room project or doing a penthouse, and when I finished the task, that was success to me. you know and the way I committed, when I delivered the way I committed, that is success to me. And money, reputation, everything, I think, follows. If you're not good at what you're doing, then I don't think you can call yourself successful.
Hmm. Yeah. And you would have maybe seen it through the references that you would get, right? For your work.
Yes.
Be it
Yes.
even, like I have seen you in the sense during your dress designer phase, the boutique that you were running, like you were talked about among the circle, right? To go to Puja because she's very good at what she does. And I think that also gives a credibility to your work, right? And what kind of internal and external resources that you tap into when you're starting off with a new thing?
Actually, the resource internal is definitely the courage, and
Mhm,
definitely the courage. And I firmly believe there is a higher power. I definitely look for guidance, and that's when I kind of go deep inside, and I ask for guidance. So definitely that comes my inner strength, comes from there. You know that I am a Shirdi Sai Baba's believer, and you have heard my stories how things change in my life with his guidance, with his blessings. So
mhm,
definitely God has been very, very kind, and that's where my internal courage comes from. External resources, I tried using whatever I had. I
mhm,
wanted to make best of what I had. So basically, when I started my boutique, uh, obviously, I, as you know, you're starting, you don't want to do a lot of investment, even if you have a lot of money when you're starting something new and you're untrained to do that. So I borrowed a industrial machine from a friend of mine
mhm,
who had a factory, and he was kind enough to give it to me. I had invested really little money, around I think 20,000 rupees or something, to do the first dress of mine, and have a staff whom I can pay. So that's what I started, and rest after that I paid everything from what I earned.
yeah.
And
And yeah, what does support look like for you, like in your journey? How did you visualize, or how did you, or rather, what did you expect, and what was actually happening, or it was beyond your expectation? What was the support around you like?
actually, when I talk of support, I think the support came from the work, the first time work I did, you know, and
Mm-hmm,
my work gathered and, basically attracted support of. But yes, definitely good words, people believing in you, the close ones, definitely is the first step, you know. So, you know, my friends, my children, my husband believing that that I can do it is a big thing. So that is the support that I first attracted. And definitely I feel every bit I produced or performed gathered support for me. So it's not that support came to me just because you know somebody is known to me or they love
mm-hmm,
me. I'm not talking about the close ones, but definitely I had to deliver to get support.
yeah. Wow.
If I
And
answered your question right.
yes, you answered my question. And if someone today, okay, a younger version of you came to you and said, Pooja, I want to be walking the path that you're walking, right? I want to. So, and I want you to help me in such a way that my journey decreases. Like, what would you be your suggestions?
My suggestion will be definitely educating in yourself in whatever you want to pursue. That should be the first step. May not be going to a college degree, but to start with the basic and learn about it. And you can always upskill yourself, but at least to start with you need to educate. That is the first step. And then secondly, definitely you should be willing. I feel if you want to do a job, then there is a different kind of a focus you need to have, and you need to acquire degrees or whatever, how highly paid you want to be. But I feel we definitely have a lot of examples, a lot of big people we to look up to. I mean, you need to just put your heart and soul into it, and educate and continuous learning process at the same time. Start small, take the first step, and don't don't give yourself targets. First start taking step by step, and you know reach at a basic level, And I think that's when you need to know how big you want to make, how, how much you want to expand, what kind of investments you want to do, but achieve the first lot, first step. So that is how I would like to guide people. And you know today's generation, they are so well versed with technology. AI is there, so learning is not a big thing. Gathering information is not a big thing. uh, for example, in the profession of interior designing, you can overnight learn a lot of things.
Mm.
So learning is the key thing, and doing it willfully, with full passion, full heart and soul. I think that's the best advice I can give to people. And do not depend on people for, just do things yourself. Whether it's like walking 10 miles to buy something, do it yourself. Don't think somebody, I mean, it should not be a boss attitude. You should be ready to, in business, you should be ready to do whatever it takes. There is no like a, it's not a collar job. You have to, you should be ready to do anything and everything for yourself, by yourself.
Mm. That's so important. And what do you think, by being an entrepreneur, by running your own design studio, what are the needs that are being fulfilled with respect to yourself? Like, what do you feel is happening with you internally when you're doing this?
See, as I told you, Kavita, earlier also, when I'm doing things, for me at that moment, when I take up something, at that particular moment, I do not think of finances. That's the last thought that I have. Yes, of course
Mm.
we plan things and we do the complete planning, but for me, I always feel that if I will do a good job, I will be
Mm.
well paid. Nobody is going to deny, you know and people who don't want to pay you, they will never pay you. So that's very, very clear. But I feel that when I'm doing, I do not think of anything else till I complete that job, and rest I want to deal with afterwards.
Mhm. Yeah. And just to digress, we have spoken about like you shifting careers, motherhood, and everything. So, what was it like to integrate both work life and motherhood, or being there for your children? How was it? How did you do that?
There was lot of planning, time management that I had to do, to create a work life balance, basically. And
Mhm.
self care was very, very important during this thing, because that kept me very sane. If you're not taking care of yourself, I don't think you can take care of anybody else. If I was not happy, I was not healthy, I will not be able to take care of my children. I will not be able to perform at my work. So, at that, I mean, I decided that I need to be taking care of myself. I need to be consciously happy, praying, working out to maintain that balance. And I think that pretty much helped me, and I think that's the advice I would like to give everybody. And I know most of the people know this, that this is the best way you can do it. But definitely, you need to have your timelines. You need to manage your. I mean, you should give clear instruction. What are your working hours, and what are your own happy hours that nobody can barge in. So that's definitely one thing that helped me.
Yeah. And what are the learnings from, say, your previous careers or previous jobs that you have taken with you till into your newer careers?
Uh, Everything I did in the corporate world was more dealing directly with the clients. So
Mm-hmm.
again, that made me a very people's person. And when you happen to meet people of all genres and different statures and different hierarchy, you are learning at every step. You meet a rickshaw wala. I mean, if you focus, you are definitely learning something from that person. For me, when I see a rickshaw wala, I see, oh, they are working out every day, they have good abs. So I thought cycling is a very good thing to do. So every time I met people, I had something to learn from. uh, it taught me, basically, life skills. I will say life skills. When you're dealing with people, you are understanding their psyche. You are understanding how people respond to different situations, and uh, to different kind of environment. So that kind of gave me an edge in both these different careers
Sure.
that I took up, that I knew how to deal with my clients. I
Hmm.
knew what my client must be thinking. I knew how to approach them, basically. And I knew, being from a background of a sales and customer service and operations, I knew what it takes for me to close a deal
Hmm.
with
And you
complete.
must have you had your fair share of difficult clients?
Definitely. You do. And that was again a learning for me. As I
Okay.
said, no matter how hard you work, no matter how good you deliver, if they intend not to be happy, they will not be happy. So basically, they're not happy people. So, yes, there's always two sides of the coin. So you have to, like, you need the coin. So, yes, you have to take both.
Okay. And like something had just popped up when you said, and okay, I guess it'll come back. Uh, what what next?
Uh, I live in the moment. This is the moment right now. I'm enjoying. Yes, I'm a dreamer, which I didn't tell you. I dream a
Hmm.
lot, and but definitely my dreams doesn't defy that. That's what I mean, I'll be successful if I'll fulfill this dream of mine. But I'm a creative person, so
Yes.
creativity is what my dream is all about. So definitely I want to be more creative, do more things, and I hope I'm able to achieve it. Too soon to say things, but yes, it's going on.
Yes, it came back to me. I was going to ask you. Okay, for the viewers, Pooja is also a Reiki practitioner. And
Yes.
so, amongst all other things, how did this happen to you? How did Reiki happen, and how has it helped you in your journey, or how do you keep practicing it regularly?
So I think it was a very providential thing. I never planned. I didn't even know the word Reiki. I didn't even know the meaning of the word Reiki. So as I'm a big believer of Shirdi Sai Baba, and I read a lot of books on him. So I happened to read a book about Baba written by another devotee of Baba called Jaya Vahi. She's a grand Reiki master and also a public figure and a
Hmm.
guru to a lot of people, and obviously my Reiki guru as well. So I happened to read her book, and there was a urge to meet her. So I kept pinging to her that I want to meet her. I want to meet you. I want to meet you. So one day she replied, "Okay, I'm doing these Reiki level one session. So you come over." So I didn't know that I have to go for like Reiki. I said, "Okay, there's something happening. I have to go there," and I'm like, "I'll happen to meet her." So that whole thing of meeting her took me there, and I got initiated, and that very night everything changed in me. My whole approach, I mean, it's difficult to define what it does to you, but definitely it balanced me, it positioned me, and I practiced it every day till I reached different levels. And I practiced it on myself, for my family, for my friends, and people obviously who were dealing with different issues. So that has been an ongoing process with me. But definitely Reiki has been a big game changer for me in my life. It has given me a sense of security in my life, that I feel that there is somebody watching you, and there is a bigger force that can mend everything, that can reverse everything, that can change your path, and you are taken care. So I felt I am in a mother's arm. I will be fed when I'm hungry. I will be, bathed when I'm dirty. I'll be taken care of. All my needs will be taken care. So when you are in your mother's lap, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about cooking, money, clothes, everything. So I feel I'm just taken care of, and I'm helping others, and so it's not that you are healing that person. Basically you are exciting those instincts inside, that self healing is there in every person. So you are making these people learn that you can heal your own self.
Yeah. And like I in this whole conversation, what comes to me is your your faith in yourself and the courage to start new things, and the creative urge that you have, and you tend to satisfied by creating new things, or doing something for yourself, for others around you. And that has also helped you in your journey. And I have seen your designs, home designs, on Instagram, and they're really, really beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
I'll also put up your Insta handle on the video, so that if
Thank you.
anybody wants to, contact you, they could do that. And even as a as a boutique owner, I have worked with you, and you come out with such fabulous used to come out with such fabulous designs, and we all have, like, all our friends have enjoyed wearing your designs also. And thank you so much for being here. And anything else that you want to share?
I really want to appreciate and thank you for creating this platform. And it is basically also you showing light to so many of people like us. And when I say us, is like we women, we who are struggling every day to do our best in a, whether it's your career, raising a family, being a wife, being a mother, and nobody's talking about the struggles. So I feel when you're communicating, when you're discussing, new avenues open. So you open this platform. I feel it's going to show the light to a lot of people in that dark tunnel. And I wish you the best, and I hope you continue to do this good work, and always there for you.
Thank you. And yeah, the main intention was to learn from journeys like yours, okay, who have managed to take that step, and learn from their journeys, so that if somebody else wants to do that transition, then their journey becomes a little smoother. They get to think of what, like, you shared about how uh, success is not the outcome, but success is the step you have taken and gone to the next step, right? And that is such a
Yes,
beautiful perspective that you brought out. uh, I have not heard it, okay? And you know that I read a lot, I listen to a lot of things, but this perspective I have not heard. And it really shifts things inside out, because whenever we talk about success, it's in mainstream, it's always about the outcomes, what has happened. And that is where everybody defines success. But the moment you define it as, I define success, or you define success as a step that I have already taken, been successful, and then going ahead, that really shifts the perspective. And that is a huge learning for me. And yeah, hope our interaction also helps somebody who is debating that switch, debating the shift to a new career, new venture, new anything, even if it's not a big thing, even a small thing. I just hope this interview, however anybody finds it, it can help them spark their curiosity, their creativity, and give them the
absolutely,
courage to take
absolutely,
that step.
absolutely. I really appreciate. I'm so glad. I am so glad I was here and I could share this with you.
Thank you so much, Pooja.
Thank you so much, Kavita. I wish you best.
Yeah.